Hey there everybody, it's Kelly with kellyscards.ca and welcome to the second card in my everyday card kit number 8. So I had some requests to do a boy or a man birthday card that could be pretty much for any age. So I came up with this arrangement, really like this die cut sentiment, and the papers very masculine, and it has a nice pop of color with the orange. So to get started, we are going to do quite a lot of layering on this. I have picked quite a few papers, and we've got some navies and oranges and browns and of course the black card base in here. So to start out, I am going to take my adhesive and I'm just going to run it on this first strip here. Really like this color, and I'm going to add it directly onto this navy, and I'm going to try to center it as much as I can. Like so. And I just like the interest that that gives. And now this whole piece will sit on top of here. Because it's a little heavier, I'm going to go with some of my score tape. Like that, and we'll pull this off. And now we're going to bring this star piece in. You can flip it around because maybe you like the patterns better on one way or the other. And again, I'm going to use my grid paper to help line this up for me. That's really good and straight, and I'm just going to double check, make sure there's nothing sticking over. Not bad. So now that this is on here, I can adhere this piece straight onto this little navy mat. And these are a great color combination for a mail card, being the oranges and yellows and kind of darker teals and almost a gray tone of the teal. There, I got that on there now, and it's really nice and layered. Now to put this whole piece up, I'm definitely going to use the score tape because it is quite a lot more on that one paper than just the paper itself. And again, this is why I love this score tape. It's so easy to rip, makes making projects like this pretty fast. Now we'll bring in our card base. And once we get that on there, and I'm just going to bring my bone folder in because I've got lots of layers going on here. We want to make sure none of them are going to come off. There, so now our whole backdrop is done and we can work on the sentiment. So for this first piece, we are going to adhere this down first. There is a slight little bit of orange that will go around. To adhere this sentiment, I'm just going to bring in a little scrap piece of paper from the printer, and I'm going to use some of this multi-matte medium. And this is just really good adhesive that if anything comes out, it's not going to look glossy. Love this adhesive. And I'm just going to start onto the letters and work my way around. Luckily this glue is pretty good at not drying too super fast, and I'm just going to dab. If you get extras on, don't worry, because we're going to tap it off at the end. And now I'm just going to go around the circle. Now that we've done that, this is the tap part. So just tap off the extra, especially off those letters, and then you won't have globs all over your project. And we're going to bring this in now. We're going to try to place it with that little bit of orange sticking out. There, that's almost perfect. And I'm just going to wipe that little bit of glue off my hands. And I'm going to start to press it in. And I really want this to adhere well, so I'm going to bring in an acrylic block just to help push it down nice and flat. Now that that has been on there just a couple minutes, I can bring this off now, and it's really nice and flat. Really like that tip with the acrylic block. And now when this comes on, you're going to see nice layering. So we'll just add this now. I'm just going to be very careful when I put this on because I don't want to scratch up the letters on the sentiment here in this die. And that looks really good. I wanted to add some type of element to help embellish this a little bit more, but because it's a mail card, it's very hard. You don't want to bring in flowers and, you know, glitter and stuff like that. So what I thought I would do is try to bring in some of this bling, and I really didn't like the black bling. I didn't like the orange bling. I felt it just didn't work. So I'm bringing in one of my Copic markers here, and I am just going to color in some of this plain bling, and this is another great tip for you. You can buy regular plain gems or bling and then use some type of a marker. Usually an alcohol ink based marker works really well. And I'm just going to give this a little bit of a time to dry here. I've decided now to add double the bling and have it like this. I think this will embellish this card. Anything more on this card might be too much. So I'm just going to take off the backing here and add this to this card. That looks good. And then now I'm going to try to get the other one about the same distance up so that it looks right. And now I can finish off adding this piece to the card. And I'm just going to bring in some of these pop dots. I have so many of these. I've decided to use some more of these pop dots in some of these projects. And once I've got these all finally off, I can flip this over and I can just look and make sure that there's good placement, that it's equal on both sides as well as equal there. I think that would look the best. And make sure my sentiment is on there straight. And I will add that piece there. There, and I really like how that looks. I love the colors, and it's not too busy. Again, we've got some nice plain paper in the orange, a little busier tone in this piece here, and then the busier piece of being the stars. Really like that. So now we just have to finish the inside of the card, and again, you'll find these white pieces in your kit, and you can just add them to the card. Feel free to stamp on them. And there, that will finish off the inside of the card and the outside of the card. So I hope you enjoyed this second card in my Everyday Card Kit number 8. There are 3 more cards coming on the way. You can check me out on my website at kellyscards.ca. You can subscribe for more videos, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.